If you are new to the channel, then subscribe the channel and press the bell icon for further notification. Okay student, welcome you all to this new lecture in GATE Power System series. So today again we will be solving 5 questions starting from question number 56 up to question number 60. Okay, then let's try to solve these questions. Okay, if you see question number 56, match the item in list 1 to the item in list 2. So if you see improve power factor, so what we do to improve power factor, we connect a shunt capacitor so that it gives the reactive power backup, so that reactive power from the system doesn't come. That capacitor supplies that reactive power, shunt capacitor. So it is connected, that means A will be with 2, that means CD is already gone. Okay, reduce the current ripples. So this one you must have seen in converter circuits. One L is connected in the output side so that that current ripple can get reduced, because L doesn't allow you sudden change in current, so ripple automatically get reduced there. So it is a series reactor, that is 4. So you can see it is option B. By seeing here these two only you can give answer, but for satisfaction let's complete it. Increase the power factor, power flow. So if you see, you have seen increase the power flow, you want to reduce the X you will reduce if you put series capacitance in the line, then that series inductance will get nullified by that series capacitance. Series reactance XL will get compensated with that series compensation. So that's why that will be 3. And then D, reduce the Ferranti effect. For that you introduce a shunt reactor, because capacitor get more, capacitive portion gets high, that's why the current gets more and more. So to neutralize that one, we apply shunt reactors so that capacitance effect can be nullified. 56 is your option B. For enhancing the power transmission in a long extra high voltage line. So this one just now we have seen. Enhancing the extra high voltage, that is, power is equal to that V1, V2, that the thing that we are talking in 52 also, by X into sin delta. So if you want to reduce it, you place a series capacitor so that XL in the line get reduced. So XL will be XL minus XC. The net X will be. So these automatically get reduced and your power transfer capability increases. So that's why it becomes your option C, series capacitive compensator in the line. 57 is C. Now if you come to 58 is what we have done just the other day. I think this one, like 51, almost like 51, 58. You can see the system shown in bigger. SD1, SD2 are the complex demands. So if they say SD1 is 1 pu, that means it is 1 angle 0. That means reactive power is not available. Otherwise they could have given. This is complex power, means if I say Z is a complex number and which is equal to 1, that means only 1 is there, no real part. Had there been a real part, they could have written it Z plus 1 plus 0 I bar 1 plus 0.2 J. या फिर 1 angle something they could have given. So they have not given, that means these are the actually 1 plus 0i, this is also 1 plus 0i. So the complex power demands and bus 1 and 2 respectively. V1 is given magnitude 1, you are maintaining at 1 pu. How much reactive power support should be given to this bus 2 so that it can maintain this voltage. So for that you have already seen, because there is no loss, no R, no loss is there, so the power that should be transferred from bus 1 to bus 2 should be equal to 1. This is already taken from the bus 1. I am talking about the power that is you are transferring through transmission line from here to here, that should be equal to 1, because SD2 is 1 angle 0, nothing is given, means angle 0, so 1 plus J0. So the power is only active power. So now you know how to flow active power between two buses, V1 by V2 X sin delta, that is given as 1. V1 is 1, V2 is 1, so X is 0.5. So you put all these value 1 into 0.5 sin delta is equal to 1. If you solve it, you will find your delta is equal to 30 degree. So if your V1 is an at an, so the angle difference should be 30 degree. So V1 they have fixed it 1. So V2 will be 1 angle minus 30, because this angle should be less than this angle, then only power will flow. Otherwise power will not flow. Okay, so power is flowing in this direction, so that is minus 30. Now you have seen we have done a KCL type of equation in bus 2. Total power coming is equal to total power going. So this capacitor is supporting there, so you can say it is injecting reactive power. Inductor takes it and capacitor gives it to the system. So it is the power that is coming, and let me take this power also coming. So coming power plus coming power equal to going power. You can use this one. So coming power is, what is the power that is coming from this side? So that is voltage into current. So V is 1 angle minus 30 into current. What is current? This direction current. So this minus this divided by this. Current is in this. You have to be careful about this direction because I am taking power coming. So 1 angle 0, 1 angle 0 minus 1 angle minus 30 divided by j 0.5. But you have to take star of that one, that is bi star. That plus whatever support you are giving jqi should be equal to 1 plus j0. So now if you can do it, you will find if you take only reactive part, because I need only qi, real part will be equal, I know. Then it is 1 angle minus 30 multiplied by this one will be 1 minus 1 angle plus 30, and then if you take it star, then it is minus. If you take it up, then it will again become positive. So j 0.5. So I have shown you all these calculations. So j 0.5, I have taken 0.5 at an angle 90. If you take product of angle, so angle will come, angle will be added 120, and then if you take again product, so this into this, again angle will be added 90 minus 30 60, 120 minus 30 90. Now you write the only imaginary part, because this side imaginary part is 0. It will be 0.5 cos 60 plus j 0.5 sin 60. So I am writing that j part, j 0.5 sin 60, only imaginary parts I am writing, minus it is 0.5 j, but 90 means 0.5 j, and then jqi is equal to 0. So that is your answer. So qi will be equal to, sorry, if you take 0.5 upside, it will be 2. So that's what I have done the mistake, rest is same. So it will be 0.5, if you take upside it will be 2, so it is 2. So it will be 2 angle 90, then 2 angle 120. Only this will change, 2. And then, so make this correction. So everything will be 2. So it will be 2. So you will get your, that is 0.2679 or 268, I think they have given, approximately you will get, that is kVAR. So 0.263 per unit. No unit, because everything is in per unit. Okay. Now if you come to 59, the complex power consumed by a constant voltage load is given by this much, where Pi can change from this, Q1 can change. A compensating shunt capacitor is chosen such that mod Q should be this less than. What is mod Q? Where Q is the net reactive power consumed by the capacitive load combination, capacitor and load combination. So what is capacitor and load combination? This is, if you see Q, because your load is P1 plus jQ1. Now if you keep capacitor will be minus jQi, because it will be injecting the load, it will not absorb. This was absorbing inductor. So what is Q? Q is nothing but this one, Q1 minus Qi. Q1 is the load and Qi is the capacitor that is injecting. So they have given mod of this one should be less than 0.25. What is the meaning of this one? That means magnitude only should be less than this one. So this one you can write Q1 minus Qi should be in between minus 0.25 to plus 0.25. Because if it is in between, then you take mod, it will be less than 0.5. If I say anything is less than 2, that means the answer should be minus 2 and in between minus 2 and 2. You take any value, its absolute value is always less than 2. You cannot go beyond minus 2, because if you go beyond minus, it can be minus 3. Minus 3, if you take mod, then it will be less than minus 2. I am taking as an example as 2, considering it is 2. So this one should lie between these two. That means it will create two equations for you. So let me deal one by one. First one is Q1 minus Qi should be greater than minus 0.25. This one. And this one will be Q1 minus Qi should be less than 0.25. So I need Qi. So Qi, that means minus Qi should be greater than minus 0.25 minus Q1. If you remove this minus, then this sign also change. So Q1 plus 0.25. Now Q1 you have a range from where to where it can flow. Q1 can go between minus 0.5 to 1. So this is the range of Q1. So I have added that range. So let me see what this reflects, because Q1 is not a fixed value. Q1 can flow from minus 0.5 to 1. So if we add with that 0.25, so it can go to 0.75 to 1. That means Qi should be less than this. Should be less than 0.75 to in between any value. That means you can say it is less than 0.75. So Qi should be less than equal to 0.75. If it is done, then any value in between these two, it will be less than always. It should be less than the lowest. Then it will be less than for every value. Less than the lowest, then it will be less than for any value above 0.75. Now here also if you come, Qi is equal to now minus Qi should be 0.25 minus Q1. So Qi should be greater than now, because you are multiplying with this one, minus 0.25. Now again you put the range 0.5, 1 minus 0.25, so it should be greater than 0.25, 0.75. So Qi should be greater than this, should be greater than between any value between 0.25 to 0.75. So that means it should be greater than the greatest. If it is greatest than 0.75, then it will be greatest for any value between these two. So one is giving this, and both these should be satisfied, because this is the condition. So what is the value of Qi you can have which satisfies both these? Only one, that is equal to. It is saying less than equal to, it is saying greater than equal to. So only conclusion is there, it can be equal to, so that both are satisfied. So Qi is equal to 0.75, that's all. So this is your answer. Now if you come to 60, shunt reactors are sometimes used in high voltage transmission line. Shunt reactors means inductors, shunt inductors. So why it is used? You have already seen it is used to reduce that voltage, if to nullify the effect of capacitance. When capacitance effect gets more, when it gets more, in the Ferranti effect, when it is lightly loaded. When it is lightly loaded, you can see it is lightly loaded to limit the over voltage, because in case of lightly loaded, Ferranti effect occurs, capacitance effect get more dominant, which increases the voltage. So to reduce the voltage, to bring the voltage, or to reduce the over voltage, you use this shunt reactor in the load side, so that it get reduced. So that is option C. If you like the video, then press the like button and please give your valuable comments in the comment section.